Hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Sonnie Global Consult Limited. Eye Jumekuo bi a omo fa registered nurses, drivers a omo wo GCC license, and afa security. E di omo ko amaya hodro bi so te se Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and afa USA. Na me ne wo kasa sisi akra. Omo pe registered nurses. E di omo ko USA. Akoya juma ko jisika pudro. Anne. Na enye we po. Sonnie Global Consult Limited. Esanso boama. Sa wo peka atofri amanone. Omo be ye ho hyehyeye nyina ama. Na wo nsatimi aka. Ka biara edawa kuma so wa bra wo mre ho enti omo se bra omo so ye sesi a wo behu omo Otema community 9 omo ni Ashama Timber Market ene di hwe animu anase fra omo 0599 183083 ana 0302 986573 amanone fo so fra omo +821 02 1811278 Sonnie Global Consult Limited. Your success is our business.
Check now, check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it. Green select glucometer, check it, sugar level, fa check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We are surely wrapping up the week in a grand style here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily. And if you are here, you should be grateful and be thankful for life, because the week has been good. And I want to believe that you are also in good health. Everything is going on well for you. As much as you are alive, you are breathing, you should be happy, because someone is not. Someone is not breathing. Someone is in the hospital bed and the legs are up. They can't even fart. So if you are alive, you are eating, you are farting, free every morning. Thank God and just move on. But it is a weekend. So if you are able to get something, to sip on something, to eat something, to munch on something, that's fine. If God was good to you and you want to extend a helping hand for the weekend, do it to your parents, to your friends, to someone, and life will be sweet. In the studio, gentlemen are seated. Anna Regan is here. When the Shade Road Manager, he's a journalist and a pundit as well. Kojo King, who is a pundit, is in the middle, and in Team Dodo Solomon Chemo. He's also online manager Flex Entertainment Limited, and for your digital solutions, in Team Dosu Digital Solutions will take care of you. What are you waiting for? Call him and let him take care of you. Chemo, your artist in UK, how is she doing?
Oh, she's okay.
That other day I heard she was performing somewhere.
Yeah, she's been performing. She's been going for some.
You have been signing the performances?
No.
What kind of manager are you?
The road manager has been signing.
Who is the road manager?
Oh, he's there.
I'm not the road manager.
No, I'm saying he's on the label, so
yeah.
it's in the studio.
Why you lying?
Lying for.
He's not aware of
any road manager
and all of that. Why are you?
But the company is big.
So what? He doesn't know the people he's giving power to.
You mentioned. But
I met you when you know I was not about the when you know about you, who wanted you here? And I don't want the moment, so I don't know the class. Anyways, behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is also here on camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show. And thanks for being a part of what we have been doing throughout the week. Like I said, let's end the week and just some snappy time so we can start our weekend. Remember, on Sunday, Ghana time, 7 p.m., we are still going to do our Sammy Flex Connect on Sammy Flex TV Live, where you can also be a part of it. You get to appear on the screens and you share your opinion on issues that are here with us here in our industry and beyond it. Let me also say Tap Send is here. So if you want to be sending money from abroad to Ghana, the only trusted and reliable app is Tap Send. Try it today and thank me later. Now, moving on to story number 1. We have seen some posts from 2 of the departed artists from Highly Spiritual, aka KWS record label, suggesting that they are billed to perform at Ghana Party in the Park UK, which is tomorrow. It's not happening. And already, people are reading meanings into it. Unfortunately, what I know with Ghana Party in the Park is that anytime there is an artist who will not be performing, they rather issue official statements to declare that really and truly the artist will not be available or be performing. But unfortunately, this time, they are not doing that. Rather, it is the artists who are sharing these kind of information on their stories only. We have seen that of Mr. Drew. We have seen that of Last Meet. And unfortunately, it is making people read some meanings into it. Meanwhile, Kewa has not said anything about being a part of it. Not any story anywhere. I think someone tried something, some Zion Felix video at the end. I watched it. It was still some old things that came with a headline like Kewa has spoken afresh, and it was not like that. Now, it has sparked discussion like sabotage. And I'm asking my people, should we encourage such a discussion, or rather we should find out what really is the problem? Because the conversation up there is not really enough. Richie, let's read what they are saying. What they are saying is, for instance, this is Mr. Drew, who is saying that, for my lovely fans in the UK, unfortunately, I will not be attending Ghana Party in the Park on Sunday. Hopefully, we can do this at a better time. This is what...
It's Saturday. Oh, he made a mistake.
On Saturday?
It's Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, what did I say?
Sunday.
Oh, then I rather made a mistake.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
not then. I rather made a mistake.
Oh, okay.
On Saturday, see, whatever rumor you've heard about me, hope it puts money in your account. Aye. Well, it is what it is. Last Minute is also saying this. My people in the UK, I won't be able to perform at a Ghana Party in the Park due to unforeseen circumstances. I apologize for any inconvenience caused and appreciate your understanding. Let's do this at a better time. Thank you for your continued support. And this is what they are also saying. Unfortunately, you cannot even go back to Kewa to ask me anything about this, because it won't even make sense for him to answer, because he's not accountable or responsible to any of them. And I know artists at this stage, tight-lipped as usual. Organizers too, they are too busy looking at what is ahead of them tomorrow than to be answering why someone is not performing. this will surely trigger conversation. Nana, should we encourage those who have started talking sabotage, or it could be?
We can't control it. I mean, definitely people will read such meanings into it, looking at, happenings in it over the weeks. I will not sit here and assume that Kiwa is sabotaging the two artists. Based on interviews that I've heard him, Grant.
Yeah.
I will not sit here and say he just assume, unless maybe somebody has interviewed him on this and Kiwa is saying that, okay, I didn't do I was supposed to do this and I didn't do it for them, so this is what is the problem. Another thing is that
nobody, and let me say this, I even wanted to call him, but I'm asking myself, why him? Because now he's not responsible to leave. I really wanted to call him, but I said, if you think about it, you will see it to be too negative about him and all that. Yeah.
And even if people want to think like that, the thing is, Brasami, my little knowledge about artists and record labels when you are leaving and all of that is that when you are leaving and you don't want to extend or renew your contract, when you are leaving, there are certain things that maybe the label will hand over to you. If there were some negotiations that you sit with the label. It's either you collaborate with the label and finish those projects before you go cry, or maybe there are some things the label can just give you, okay, you can continue from here. This is the contact, this is the email address to the people, so you just continue and talk to them. But sometimes because of attitude and mixed feelings and other things like that, some of these artists, because of how they shut the door at their back, can't go back to say, we had talks like this, so can we continue from there? Can we talk to the people? Can we do this with the people? I don't know if you are getting my
No, I get you.
They can't go to, for instance, if it is Kiwa, they can't go to Kiwa and say, because we started this conversation in January and now we are no more part of can we have access to continue these conversations and all of that?
Okay, so because of what you are saying, let me say something. And I know at this time, it will be hard for any of the parties involved to confirm. Remember, Kaki was not allowed to perform her songs when she left.
Yes.
As it stands now, almost every song for these guys are highly spiritual.
Okay.
Could it be one of the problems?
It would depend. Yesterday I said that it would depend on whatever contract they signed.
Because if really they are also bound to follow such a deal, it means that they're also going to struggle to perform. Because all their songs at the moment are under. Maybe apart from the one.
Is Miss V allowed to perform her songs?
Yes, for Miss V, she was allowed.
She was allowed.
Yes.
But when she was at Links Entertainment, everything was under Links.
No, it depends on what is
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That it depends on we've not seen their contract. So if the contract stops them from performing the songs, then definitely they don't have any songs to perform at Ghana Party
in the Park.
So if we could assume that could be one of the problems, since we haven't seen details of the contract. We can only assume. And then I can also again assume that maybe the two artists were not able to sit with Kiwa because after they separated ways, it's been just interview one after the other, like Obiaka on the side of the story, and they've not had time to sit and say, okay, what are some of the projects that we couldn't even finish? What are some of the projects that we as artists we can continue with our team? You understand? Since these things they were not able to do some of this, it will be difficult because if you're not party in the park negotiations in the crowd, you come and see. If you are a mayor, I'm interviews. That time now, was a silly deal, no more concluded deal. Who are we to talk to? If you call Kiwa will tell you, say, I'm no more managing the boys, and it's out there. It's no secret. So Kiwa will straight away tell you, okay, guys, I'm no more managing them, so you can reach the boys. And when you reach the boys, to what kind of negotiations are you going to have with them? So I mean, to me, I think it's a lot of things. But one that I believe could be one of the problems is going back to sit with Kewa to know which projects they have to continue from there.
Wow. I tried to reach some people, but looks like everybody's tight-lipped on this.
And Sammy, let me even add that. You see, sometimes I know a certain artist in Ghana here that somebody was managing him, and then later on, he said the person was cheating him. So he left. When he left, I don't want to use stupid. I want to use as stupid as he is. Do you know what he did? The people that Nipaneson and Sadio Moko Church, oh, we be on the Chemo for YouTube. Oh, Chemo, this is my artist, so we want to work with you on this, and then they will leave. When he left, he started going to those people, thinking that the people will give him the same reception and services. You understand? They were giving, but the people ignored him. And this could be some of the problems. Sometimes loyalty to somebody you were working with can also make cause some of these troubles. So,
well, Chamo, what do you also suggest or think might be happening?
Interesting.
And the two of them, only the two of them.
Well, I think there's no case here, but in terms of like Kewa having anything to do with it, because Kewa is not the organizer of the show, and I also doubt that Dennis and his people will just use their platform for Kewa to settle his personal score or something. No, it's a business for them. So I'm assuming that they will consider business first. But the thing is that whatever Kewa did for them to get that slot, if you are Last Mate or Mr. Drew, it's either you have the same capacity or better. Otherwise, you won't get it. Because it's not just like that. I mean, you can't just say, I'm a musician, I've been there before, so just put me in. No. So you have to know the negotiation that Kewa did, how maybe Kewa is supposed to do something in return for Dennis before he allowed them to perform. So now that Kewa is no more with you, that thing will not come on. Kewa will not do it again. Maybe Dennis will get his artist or somebody that Kewa will do beat for free or something. Like there could be some better negotiation there. So if Kewa is no more with you, he won't perform that better thing, or even if money, whatever, negotiation went on. So if anything at all, you have to go and do your own negotiation, because Kewa is no more in the picture. So you can't come back and blame Kewa for preventing you or doing something for you not to get there. No, he's not obliged to do anything for you to get there. And even if I were him, I would rather concentrate on my people. So it will be surprising if now the new one signed to highly spiritual will appear on that stage.
I will not be surprised next year they appear.
Yes.
This year they won't, but I will not be surprised.
And it's because of his capacity.
Of course.
I don't think he will be just working to prevent those who have left not to get the platform. No, he will rather work on his people getting the platform. So those who left, they should be thinking about ways and means to do their own things now that they are no more with Kewa or highly spiritual. That's how it works. So you are expecting Kewa to still work for you whilst you are going to chop the money alone. No, Kewa was doing his part. He was connecting you guys. So those connections, I don't think those people, they will use Kewa's personal issue to settle scores for them. No, I think Kewa was also doing something for them. That's why they were doing that. So now that Kewa is no more working with you, that person will not do it because you have come there before. No, I will not just do it for you like that. No, it won't happen. So they should rather get some team, or they should rather get people that can give them the plugs or pave way for them in terms of platforms and where they will work. And people saying sabotage, there's no sabotage anywhere in my opinion. It's about you getting the right people to work for you. Now, if we may ask, who is the team lead or manager for Last Made or Mr. Drew? Do you know anybody?
No.
So why do you think that it will be easy for you to get to where you were going at the time that you were with Kewa? It will not be easy. You don't have anybody. We don't know anybody. Even if you have someone, we don't know if that person is as capable as Kewa. We don't know. It will take time for you to get there. So those who are talking sabotage, I think they should stop it. And then the advice for the artists, they should rather get a team that will make it happen. It's because your name alone cannot take you there. And you are going there with somebody's connection, capabilities, and other stuff. Now that you are not with that person, know that you have lost it. Now you have the name, but no, you have lost it. You have to find a way to get back. So they should rather work on their teams and the people who can give them connections or whatever it takes to get there, instead of blaming people. If you do that, you will not go anywhere. Later they will come and even cry more. If this is how they are going to do things, it will get worse. So they should be ready for to work on themselves.
I see. Kojo, what are you also putting in?
Yeah, I think this.
You shared the information yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think this is a regular thing that happens. At times, artists are built on shows and later they communicate that due to circumstances they can't make it. Maybe business couldn't go through as planned. Maybe health issues, maybe from the organizers, a whole lot of factors. But because this one, they have a trending case with their former...
And it's two of them.
Exactly. That's why people are connecting the dots and assuming certain things happen. I would be surprised if, as people are saying, Kewa has an influence. It will be on the case of Mr. Drew. I would be surprised if Mr. Drew will be involved because Kewa said the contract expired and he left. So if you want to renew it, the guy is not ready to renew it. In the case of Last Made, he said they don't have contracts. They didn't have any contract. It is now that he wanted to sign, and the guy was like, "No, I want to leave." And I remember the day he came on Peace FM, he was like, "The Last Made's lawyers and his lawyers are having some conversations." I don't know what that transfer, because he makes it known that he has also invested so much in Last Made. So he feels, yes, in as much as the guy is moving, they don't have any contract. Still, all these hit songs, even including the latest one, he was key in making that thing happen. But I don't know if on the law side he's also making some demands for his effort or anything like that, because he said they had a verbal contract, which is also in a way a form of contract. So if he talks to his lawyers that, okay, the guy wants to go, but these are the expenses that have incurred on him. So if they will go, maybe they have to pay me for that and leave. So
since they didn't have contract, it won't happen like that. But what can happen is that based on revenue that will come from the songs, he can take his money back. But he can't force him that if you can't pay me, you can't go and do your own thing. No. Legally, it won't happen.
Going there, say it's going.
So,
yeah,
so he can get his money back through the songs or the project that they have. They have done. Yeah, that's what will happen, right? Legally.
So with Kewa stepping and the party at the park.
Party in the park.
Party in the park, where them, if they want to book any artist, they can book. If especially that they don't have any contract with Kewa. And as to if, as you say, if Kewa was the plug, and so he will call Dennis to take them off. What about the show? If really you need the guys, and these guys are hot, they have good songs out there that the masses want to enjoy. So to base on, because of a relationship with somebody and not think about business, I don't see that too happening.
But
so
in
easily.
Ghana, people do this.
Oh.
No, people do it.
Because in this case, who is
No.
losing?
What I mean is, it might not be this one, but in Ghana, people
Oh yeah,
do it.
there are other cases. But when
Yeah.
you look at this one, because I have a show, and they don't just pick artists; they pick artists that the people in those areas are listening to. At times, they even survey from the patrons that which kind of artists do you want to, who you want us to bring, and so from all these things, and Mr. Dre and Last Minute made the cut, and now because somebody will call on personal and all of that, you want to take, you not think about business, whatever they are coming to add. So let's see. Me, I want to believe it was more of business that couldn't go through. Because if these guys have moved from Kewa, and they are like Kewa said that some Nigerian lawyers influenced Last Minute to leave. Now it means things are not going to be as it was. If they call Kewa and he was like making things easier for them, now that they are new, they will also be quoting higher prices.
And they were demanding these
Exactly.
things as well.
So same with Mr. Dre. If you previously you were paying some peanuts to get them there, now they will tell you no. This time you need to come and pay big. So it could be a reason why they would consider, oh, Charlie, if these people that we have been booking, this is not their first, right? This is not their first.
I'm not too sure yet. For Last Minute, I'm
I'm
not sure because I think his first UK trip was the last year's Ghana Music Awards.
Okay.
And Party in the Park had happened before that.
Okay.
So I want to believe
first.
this will be his first. But for Mr. Dre, I want to believe he's been
Yes,
on before.
and
Yeah, he's been
for
on
his
before.
first,
The one that's called the tournament. Mr. Drew was part of it.
Yeah.
for his first, it's the right time because the guy has some banging songs. So I can imagine the people are expecting him over there. So I want to believe the new handlers are making things difficult for the organizers in terms of charges and all of that. Because now they will demand. Maybe we will come like a team of, let's say 4, or like before that, you can just pick the artist alone and put him there and give him something. They will demand charges, the team, accommodation and all of that. So clearly, I want to look at it from that side. Coincidentally, it's happening between Drill and Last Minute, who are also coming from the label. So people can think, oh, maybe Mr. Kewa is doing that.
What's behind it?
I want to believe that will not be the case, but from business challenges that the organizers and the artists have.
Well, could you be on the mic and let me take you back to a conversation we've had here in the studio before about the usage of sex toys among ladies of today. A story I saw here is making me laugh. I said, well, let me find out if you guys have solutions to this particular story, because I remember the last time we discussed it, it really went down well with the people and they all agreed with some of the points you guys shared. After seeing this story, I'm alarmed that, hey, is this where we've got into? Richie, let's read the story where the doctor, the medical practitioner, is talking about some of the things happening in the area of sex toys and how people are getting injured and all. We are ready if you are ready. So the story says, sex toy injuries on the rise among wealthy women. Medical practitioner is talking. A medical practitioner is talking. He says, sex toy injuries on the rise among wealthy women. Even before I read the story, I've seen some photos. I've seen some videos as well. In some of the videos, I heard the thing broke into the VJJ and, oh, Charlie. Well, let's read the story and see what the doctor is saying. Chebo is laughing. Dr. Rich, can you zoom in a little bit? Can you zoom in a little bit so I can read everything from there? He says, Dr. Raymond Mobu, the CEO of Andel Premier Medical Center, has revealed that an increasing number of wealthy women who engage in lesbian sex are visiting hospitals due to unusual discharge from their private parts. He attributes this to the use of sex toys to satisfy their sexual desires. Upon diagnosis, it is often discovered that foreign objects have been left in the vagina, he revealed. This, he said, leads to an increased risk of HIV/AIDS infections due to cuts and abrasions. According to Dr. Mobu, this trend has emerged after LGBTQ+ activities came to wide public attention in Ghana. He noted that foreign objects are sometimes found in the vaginas of women who practice lesbianism. Dr. Mobu made these revelations while discussing the rise in the practice of homosexuality and its impact on HIV/AIDS prevalence in Ghana during an interview on Accra 100.5 FM on Monday, July 10th, 2023. He also stated that women who use sex toys and engage in lesbianism are wealthy individuals who influence young people to join the practice. Dr. Cheme Atuahine, the Director General of the Ghana AIDS Commission, also shared concerns about homosexuality and its role in the spread of HIV. He emphasized the need for a comprehensive approach to addressing the issue, stating that HIV prevalence among homosexuals is higher than other general diseases. Dr. Tuahini believes that if the anti-LGBTQ+ bill is passed, it will help in addressing the spread of HIV by reducing new infections. Could it help wealthy women? This. Why not the poor women?
Why are they even using that word, wealthy women?
Say Muska.
It's all rich women. I think wealthy is too strong for a word.
So they have moved beyond riches.
Yeah.
He has encountered them. So
Jamu,
he can
now
describe
there are girls who have houses in Accra, and those are the houses there, them places. Things are happening.
They are wealthy.
Well, okay.
When you talk about wealthy, then you bring in status and all that. Most of them don't have status.
No, but you don't know the women he has encountered.
You don't know them.
The doctor is talking about people that
he don't want to mention it.
He's exaggerating. For me, I think he's exaggerating. Anyway.
And they don't know, so I started.
Why? What's happening? You guys know the chop?
Oh, that is there, but some of them know the feature exactly. But women, if you meet, they meet people who are unable to satisfy them, and they will look at that option. Somebody introduces it to them. There's no way they will come back. But the people he described, there is a problem with those people. If a woman becomes wealthy and their understanding about men at times changes. They want to control men and all of that. So if even in a relationship, they want to use their wealth to manipulate men and all of that. And by nature, a man wouldn't want that to happen. So it's not about your money and all of that. And so they find interest in indulging in some of these issues. Because he wants you to be there for him, for her every day. And men also want to have their way. And at times they don't get the right people they want. As in, we all know women wouldn't want to date like low-class men and all of that because they have the money. And so if you won't get the standard that you want, then let's resort into some of these sex toys and having young girls around us, which they complain is good, it's nice. They are saying it's nice. Yeah, they say it's nice when they do it with their colleague with women. Some of them says it is very nice. So yes, they use these toys.
The way you are stressing it is nice.
As a wife, no, like if you talk to some of them, even the other guy, the other lady, when we were talking to.
Yeah. We met somebody like that. The one at the Stonebwoy.
Yeah. When they tell you that, I say yes, they even do it better. So with the sex toys and all of that, they will enjoy it because this is not a human being who will get tired and all of that. They can do it.
Well, who come early?
Exactly. They can do it as long as they want. And they will use these young girls. Use these young girls and entice them with money. So they don't even want them to work. You just be in the house, whatever you want, they will buy for you. Anything you want, they will give you money. All they want is anytime they need you, you can
Smoking,
satisfy
drinking, and sex.
exactly, satisfy their sexual desires and all of that. But yes, everything has their disadvantage and all of that, and that is why some of them are getting injuries and all of that, because if you are injured
I saw one video where the dildo broke into. They went to do surgery before they
a lot of them get even the natural manhood at times can even destroy the place. You can get sores if it doesn't hit the right spot. How much more
or if it's
the
dry.
dildo, exactly, the dildo and all of that. And when they get into that space, some of them are careless. They just pressing it like
they're feeling the room is
epileptic.
And that time you don't even feel the pain.
No, you won't feel it.
I'm sure every guy here has suffered. You know, when you are doing doggy on floors like this.
Oh yes.
I know.
You won't feel it.
When you are doing
The carpet.
yeah.
you feel it that your knee are also.
When you even enter the washing, you pour water on your
Easy. So
but any guy who has been there knows what we are talking about.
So there are dangers in there. And even as he said that those who engage in lesbianism act, they go to the extreme of using other liquid substances and so many other things. Not only the dildos.
Sometimes being edibles.
So they go a long way.
That day someone was telling me they put chocolate there and they'll be licking the chocolates. Like how?
So
you put chocolate in such a place.
Exactly. Just that they want to be happy. So certain substances can be found in there. And some of these equipments is not coming from the right, they are not original. Some of them, because the market is booming, they will buy it from anywhere. And so chemicals used in manufacturing some of these things can even affect you. So we just advise people to be careful in as much as you have your issues.
But is the campaign loud enough? If really the doctor thinks this is becoming rampant in their medical facilities, is the campaign loud enough?
This
because
campaign,
I think the campaign should be loud enough if really something like this is happening.
It won't change anything. The thing is,
people
are doing unless the person who suffers. If you suffer and you come to the doctor advises you may take it. But those who are getting their pleasures from it, nothing you say will let them stop. Because that thing is very addictive. Because it is just small, you have it in your bag, you go to a restaurant, you feel it, you just enter the washroom, then you are done. It's so portable.
No, they don't do it back. They do it.
Hey, that's what that is my rhythm.
Back, they don't use it often. They don't.
Nah. They
don't. It's still they all vibrate. Some of them. No, they all vibrate. No. I get. But what I mean is the papa is on the.
They do not say what they do.
All the dildos vibrate. Not all of them, but yes. Not all of them.
Yeah, what the room? I know something I'm making. Okay,
Dada, continue from there. Is the campaign loud enough? And
how do we prevent this? Because I started to say, but then also I bet to say, is the campaign loud enough?
The campaigning becoming louder, better than the war. Yeah, because you see what this doctor is saying. Already those into the acts and are even campaigning that they should pass bills and laws to support it and all of that. We see this doctor as, an anti, against their acts.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to come up with film stories to suit their agenda. But it might be reality. I mean, he is practicing as a doctor. People walk to him privately. People come to. That is why he didn't even mention anybody's name in the first place.
Couldn't, yeah.
So people come there with. And you even said if you have also watched.
Oh yeah. I've seen it before.
I am not surprised.
I think not one simple.
I am not surprised they are getting or facing such accidents and all of that, or getting such infection, because everything beer has its own side effects. Everything, no matter how you think it is holy or clean to do, or everything, no matter, it depends on how you are doing it. But if you overdo them, you will definitely get some side effects and face some accidents here and there. So I am not surprised the doctor is out to say this. But you see, like I'm saying, this conversation, I see it to if we say we want to advocate that, okay, people should be careful, people should abstain from using dildos, people shouldn't go into lesbianism. And do you know what we are talking about? There's like a whole Russian. It's
a war,
It's a war, like a big war. Big one.
Something that cannot be won easily.
Big one. I bet our parliament has still not been able to, finish even such discussions. Am I lying? Or when Oslozi came out to say all those things against Ghana laws, and that if somebody does that to you, come out and come in. It's still a war. Because unless me, when I heard that thing, the first thing that came to me is that if this thing government is supporting this thing and Oslozo has come out to say this thing, then he's just creating an environment for the girls to blackmail people.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not only girls.
Yeah, guys as well. I mean,
enemies,
those in there, they will blackmail people. Because even if we enjoy ourselves in secret, I demand for something you are not giving, I will go and report that you are doing this.
You did this to me.
Yes, and once I get evidence that it becomes a problem for you. You understand? So I wasn't too happy about that thing. I wasn't too happy about it, and I wish they can do something about it. I'm not saying they shouldn't do whatever laws or bills they want to pass, but communicating like that, some of these communications, it will not solve the problem. It will rather give people room to do more or commit more crime. That's how I see it. But that's what the doctors think. I want to believe it is happening, because in our society today, the young girls that are involving themselves in some of these acts plenty. In fact, the numbers keeps rising on daily basis. There are certain areas I can't sit here and mention. There are certain areas that when you get on Sotum Street right now and you ask even a child, which area now lesbianism, which areas now gays for those, people will mention those areas to you.
Then Sotum here. Or they're in Accra?
Accra, yes. Okay. People will mention the areas. They will mention. People know them. People know where it is happening. The other day, Buko Mango came to do a video, and people were just laughing about it, and they think it was just cracking jokes. It is reality. He came to say that. Those who understand, I can only say it in Ghana.
Meaning what? Then they eat
them are. So, brother, maybe the doctor may come. Man, you see the people he mentioned. Me, I am not surprised. Some of them could even be married, but because of the kind of men they have chosen for their lives, might be facing some of these things. Obu okra ne kunu timitu kwan be 1 month 2 months now 1 year kra no be because of traveling and business trips near that onya adagema. And let us also disclose this. It is some of the men that buys these objects for their girlfriends and wives. Yes. When you meet,
because they can't do it.
Some because they can't satisfy themselves,
and they don't want the ladies to go out.
Yes, they don't want the ladies to go out. Some too think that maybe because of business I can't have too much time for you and I don't want you to go to anywhere.
So I bought this for you.
Okay, I'm in the States, you are here, so I bought this for you. When I come in December, I'll come and satisfy you. When you meet the girls that are doing this business is on the rise.
Me, I know some girls selling it.
Yes, those selling those objects. The business is on a rise.
It's booming.
It's booming. Oh, the way girls are into this business. So and they will tell you that it is the men that buys it the more. It is not even the women.
The men are buying it for the women.
They are buying it like they will come and buy it, go and give it to their girlfriends. They will buy it. You will be there and they will be making orders.
Too much pressure. Boys can't perform. So they want assistance for machines. This one I got machine assisted sex.
You see,
MAS.
you see, I think some boys are just. If we take the Lesbianism Act for instance, and you be a man show about three and like you being patient on their bodies.
Experience is talking.
Oh no, I'm not a woman. I've not. But if you sit down, if you sit back and you look at some of the things or you listen to some of the things they do, it is just. But here in Ghana, most of the men here, they don't have that time. They don't.
Open them.
Oh, fin for no.
Not
Sir for 7 for you.
I don't go quiet.
No, only 1 minute. Who are back? No.
I do bang.
I say you become what?
Why? Power.
Power tells you I'm about to boys see the power.
But you see, boys too should slow down on the intake of these things.
Oh no, that
is killing boys.
That's why I'm saying that.
It's killing boys. Wow.
That is why I'm saying that we are seeing
now. You see on social media, 40, 35, 37. Most of these boys, kidney failure and all them things, it is from these power things overtaking of it.
It is true. When you are irresponsible about everything, including even food, they also young wage, they be animal didi. Side effects.
Diabetes.
So what I say, be beer.
Okay.
Chamo, to us now the idea. Nana Reagan last one
based on Nana Reagan's submission, I want to say big shout out to Powder Nation's president.
Get up, Powder Nation. Let Powder Nation get out.
Now he has new product.
Which one?
He has new product. You can mix it with tea, soup. You know, sometimes if those that eat hot dogs, and you can just put it, spread it on it, and then you bite it. Yeah, you bite it. So plenty that new products can.
That
he has showed me.
Also tried.
Oh no, I have not. I only tried the powder. I didn't like it.
The powder there, it was wrong.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But the new product, I am yet to.
Then I was telling him that they made a damn kwa, and then also got to baby. It's okay. Also got to baby. When I'm when Faka. Oh, Jamu, that's
yeah, shout out to
I'm not doing that. Gee, I do that much more. But I can draw. I can hear because.
Oh no, I draw.
More can go for best friend, brother. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, and you draw.
Okay.
Draw. Okay. Correct ones. Let's be responsible.
Okay, yeah, but I mean,
Too much. Too much. Why well, oh, you guys can contact Kojo.
Me, I think I have issue with how the doctor did the presentation. Yeah.
The wealthy woman.
The wealthy woman is one of it, and he was trying to be, what should I say? Because he supports certain ideology, he tries to give extreme case of it. So I think based on what we know or what we have heard, some of the things and the way he said it, I mean, it's an exaggeration form of it. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's true. It's true. People are getting injured from this thing, but it's not only the wealthy women who are buying toys getting injured. That can tell you the angle that he's coming from, or trying to exaggerate it or push it in a way just to satisfy his agenda. I mean, we have watched video that people use bottles. People use. I mean, even one that I saw. The guy was using a spray. The lady was using that spray thing, and then the head of it just locked in there, so you can see the spray and then the head
spray
inside.
Like this.
Yeah, like what you are holding. Like what you are holding.
And this one goes
but yes.
He was
Yes, yes. And then the and then the tiny two remuna but well who's the day you so if you come out and make it look like those who are using sex toys are the ones coming to the hospital, it's just a lie, or it's an exaggerated form of it. You are pushing agenda to some kind of group.
But
like
at that point,
it's a wealthy woman based way.
No.
So
becomes a sex.
and
It becomes,
yes,
once
but
he's using it
no, like the way he was saying it. It's like a group of people be and I all push it to, but we know more than that. We have had issues. We like the areas that we live, the people that we talk to. It's going on. So don't make it look like there's a group of people selected wealthy that I don't even support that way. Individual who are doing it. No, it's wrong for him to go that direction. That's why I'm saying that he was trying to exaggerate and also go in a form of propaganda. When you do it like that, you make people question your intention. You can generalize it, say it in a way for us all to say that yes, something like this is going on. It's on the ascendancy. That's true. I mean, based on the conversation that we are having now and things that we have, yes, we know that this LGBTQ thing is there, but now we can see that people are bold to even come out. Do it more than it used to be. It has been with that for a long time, but we can see clearly that there's increase in that thing, and we have heard stories. I mean, I have spoken to somebody, a lady who will go out and pick some of them in the form of the ashawo thing that we do. Not that she has somebody that she will be practicing with too.
She doesn't. She just goes out there to pick random.
Pick them like the men or some boys will go to the ashawo line and pick. She will also go like that and pick.
A woman.
Yes.
Hey.
So we have heard stories and things are going on. So the way he said it, I don't support him. But like, I see the agenda anyway. But because at the end of the day, the conclusion was that
He
we
doesn't
should
want-
pass the
yes,
bill.
Yes.
So it was the bill talk, not the reality for me. and it will make me question his intention. In fact, this is the point that some people will even say that maybe you are part of those who have taken the money to push the agenda of the bill. Because the bill too has sponsors. They have people that they have paid to campaign for people to accept it. So if you talk like that, then people who know more than just it being a bill that we want to help Ghanaians to prevent things will say, you doctor, are you sure you have not been paid to say some of these things? That's where I disagree with him. But it's true that it's in the ascendancy, and again, it's true that when you check the HIV prevalence among the same-sex practice,
It's high.
and yeah, it's higher in that area than other area. So there were good points in there that I think he could have emphasized.
Projected,
Yes, instead of using certain words and certain things that we know clearly that this one when the story came out, my thing was but what is this guy's agenda that he's talking like that? Because the things that you are saying, some are true, but some too is
Can't
some
be
way.
true.
Yes,
Yeah.
The wealthy woman bit for me lost me.
It's on the rise among wealthy women.
And that's not true. In fact, even if it is on the rise, it's not among the wealthy women.
Charlie,
that
the things don't be cheap.
But
No,
Chamo,
it's not even.
You think if
Chamo, you see,
Yeah.
the girls who don't have money,
Because
that
the
goes
other-
into
the other-
they are
yeah.
motivated with
The
money.
other day
Yes.
that Usher
And-
went to
and the
America
same
to
thing
show
like-
the videos.
Yeah.
They are expensive.
I have a girl who said some small 510, 620, 700,000. So it's not a cheap thing.
It is not
And-
a-
So if you don't have money, come back.
Come
Somebody has done a
But there are
research
cheap ones too.
and says it is not saying it's a rise on wealthy women. You are condemning the research.
He
Why
hasn't done
there?
any research.
No,
I
he's
mean,
talking about
it's-
people who have worked to him.
Kojo, don't let me
But it's
expose.
research.
Kojo, don't let me expose myself. But the point that I'm making is that he's lying on some of the issues.
Which of them?
And even the sex toy business, I have done a plan. We have done a business plan that we wanted to execute. So I know it. I have gone deep.
Bring
In fact,
more.
I have sold some of the sex product before here in Accra here.
Sex toys.
In fact, I was the one going to deliver them. So don't. Yeah, that's why I'm saying don't let me expose myself.
No, no, it's
So it wasn't wealthy women alone buying.
No, that's the point.
The man is
No.
not saying other women are not doing it.
But they
But
are.
the research it is on the rise
Among
among
them.
wealthy. For all you know, the kind of hospital the man is working at.
Yeah.
It is
yeah.
not
Those who
ordinary
work-
people
those
that
who
come
work
there.
in
So
the- Yeah,
research is
because-
based on your data.
The name of the hospital I have not heard in Accra.
No,
before.
research is based on your data. And so
And-
he's not condemning the fact that other girls are not doing it or poor women are not doing it. But he's saying that based on my research, it is on the rise among wealthy women.
Okay, allow Chemo to wrap up. Chemo wrap up. Our time.
Anyway,
Time.
I'll take it like that. But his concluding part exposed him. I think he's just doing the bidding for the bill, and the bill nobody is against it. So I will advise them that they should speak for people not to even question whether they have taken money to do that or not, because almost all Ghanaians support it anyway. So why do you have to do some of these things or say some of these things? And so that's the point that I would disagree with him. But yes, it's in the ascendancy, and what can we do? I mean, we can just talk to people to stop it if they will, or if they want. I mean, for the kids, yes, the impression will get them. So if you have kids, you have to protect them. But for the adult, they can go ahead and do whatever they like.
Well,
that it shouldn't affect the society as the way we want it.
Let's continue with the campaign. And like I said, if you have the power to stop it, stop it. But for men and women too, let's continue to explore ways we can make each other happy, so we look more important than toys. We understand that no matter what we do, robots and toys are coming to compete us, but they shouldn't compete us in the sex area.
The robots, they are competing the women too.
I understand, but what I mean is that's what I'm saying. Men and women, we should try to explore more to find better ways of making ourselves happy, because sex is intimacy. It is not with an object.
That's another truth.
You just have to make money.
You have to make money.
Money, yes. It will solve about 80% of the problem.
That's where I'm even coming. The thing is that, the thing is that.
No. Say what? If you make money, you can satisfy a woman.
No, you have a better chance of getting women.
No, we are not talking about.
No,
okay.
No.
No.
We are talking about satisfaction.
Here's the thing. Women, as we have all agreed, are hypergamous. They only date up. They don't come down. Most of them. I mean, we have exceptions.
Yeah.
Like as I always say, Abroka and Co. They are there. So here's the thing: if a lot of men are well-to-do in there, then we have a lot of women getting access to them. But if those men are few, they are the only ones who are going to satisfy all of them, and most of the women will not get anyway. That's why some of them will come and complain that we have 8 billion people in the world, but they can't get married. It's not because they can't get married. They can't get their choice. They have to be part of the queue, and they don't want to be part of the queue. So even if you are taking that wealthy women assertion that the doctor is making, it's part of it. The wealthy woman will not get their match, and they will think that sex toy will be an option. It's not that they are not men there. They don't desire those men. They are not good enough for them. So if we can solve the problem, one part is that a lot of men should make money. So if we have a good economy, a lot of people are making money, it will reduce some of these things.
I want to support this argument with the money thing, because these days, that's I mean, if you don't have money and you are even doing, you are romancing your wife, she will not get wet. She will not get wet. When the money is a small touch.
That one is fake. That one is fake.
Let me ask you one question. When you are penetrating, you know that she is wet. There are certain, most cases, when you are you know she is not wet.
That's what I'm saying. Those who do that because of money, it is fake.
No, I'm even talking about getting wet.
It is like that statement. It is like that statement.
Even
if you don't laugh to the rich man's joke, you will be hanged. If
you don't see,
that's what I was going to debate.
If you don't have money, you can't turn a woman on now today.
Who not be crying? No, I yes.
And I'm for
so the American, situation. There are some women who are already they have the money, so they want to look like this. But those looking like this,
alright, now sex is sex is here. Well, so like I was saying, let's all do well in all areas. Yes, we work hard, and when we get there too, you can do it. In fact, Chemo is saying, if you have weakness, just be eating bananas. Yeah.
Banana is the solution.
Yeah.
Banana.
Wait a monkey. Chikojo, you know, I thought they said lion is the strongest animal in the forest. Lion so called 1 minute in Puni. Lion worry names now called 1 minute in Puni.
That's what
It's a temple company. I see monkeys. So monkeys still don't keep long like that. They are the real eaters of banana. Well, no, let's experiment it. Let's give ourselves 1 month and eat bananas and see. Let's move on to the next business. I like the next conversation because the next conversation is about loyalty, reality, and being smart to pick. Let me give you a background so you can understand it well. There is a young boy who is talented. His name is Skonzi. Now, Skonzi, on several occasions, since he even took part in a kids reality show, Talented Kids on TV3, has been groomed, has been trained, has enjoyed so many platforms from one of Ghana's foremost artists, Stonebwoy. And I understand that the last time Stonebwoy mentioned Dancehall King and even got furious and insulted Shatta Wale's mother and those things. Okay, insulted a certain Dancehall King's mother and those things on the stage. That young man was on the stage when the statement was made. And even on the day, it was out of what then young men were doing. That is what even triggered Stonebwoy to get into that mood, because he saw the young boy rapping kiki and doing the raga dancehall thing, and he said, I do all these things for these people, and you guys say, who is the dancehall king? So yesterday, I hosted a young boy on Class Showbiz on CTV, and I asked him, so who is the dancehall king in Ghana, or in your estimation, your understanding of music, who would you vote as the dancehall king in Ghana? The gentleman's response has really generated some conversation online. I've seen some people posting it left, right, and center today. How he responded it, we are asking that, should both parties hear it, how would they take it? So like Stonebwoy, who he has been his prodigy, when he hears it, will he be satisfied knowing the loyalty that he has shown to this boy, and the love and the support he's shown to this boy? And to Shatta Wale, who does not have any link or connection to the young boy, and how he has also seen him defending his title, who would be happy and who would be mad on this particular response? And again, do you think the response will go down well with both parts? Or did he score the response? Would you consider the response as an excellent response? Watch this. I'll be right back. Scott, you have two questions for you and I activate the phone line. But these questions are very political, so I'm just preparing your mind for it. Who do you think is the dancehall king in Ghana?
Who do I think is the dancehall king in Ghana? Coming up as an artist, I've not heard anybody crowned as a dancehall artist.
As a dancehall king, you mean?
Yeah, man, like as a dancehall king in Ghana. I've not heard it anywhere that they've crowned someone as a dancehall artist, like as a dancehall king in Ghana here. So definitely we have two kings in Ghana here, which is Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. They are all kings since they are all ruling. They are all kings.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you mean there are two dancehall kings in Ghana?
Yeah,
one is called Stonebwoy,
and one is called
Shatta Wale.
So you're
Okay, I know, perfect, and I love that. Because you're also a dancehall artist, what do you think about Shatta Wale and his dancehall songs?
Very good. I learned from him as well.
Oh, you learned from him as well?
Yeah, man. Yeah, his style is very good and catchy.
Have you met him yet?
No, please, I've not.
You've not met him yet. All right, so Skonzi passed. Well, so that was that conversation recorded from CTV, Class Showbiz. And let me come back. Let's continue from there. Chabu, how would you describe the gentleman's response, knowing the background I gave you?
Yeah, I think he did well. Because he was thinking about not closing the door at the other end. Like, I mean, we all know that he's more closer to Stonebwoy than Shatta Wale. But his answer is telling us that he doesn't want to close the Shatta Wale's door.
And will Stonebwoy be happy knowing that me, I have been doing this for you, that you have to project me, so I also project him, or you did not?
And if Stonebwoy wouldn't be happy, or if he is not happy about this answer, then he is not helping the boy. He is just helping himself. if he's helping the boy.
Everybody will help himself first, bro.
Yeah, sure. So it's not about Stonebwoy. The guy was also thinking about himself. That's the point. Me, if I were him, well, maybe I would just go straight and make people know, because people already know my affiliation with Stonebwoy. I would say Stonebwoy.
Exactly.
If I was
Exactly
him.
how
But
many people also see that. Why did he not say Stonebwoy?
Because he doesn't want to close the other door, and that's why I'm saying he gave a very good answer. The point is that, okay, now if Stonebwoy says that because of what you said, I don't want you to come closer, the other door can easily be open for him. Because, okay, it's because of me that this guy wants to reject you. Why not? Let me also help you. That's what will happen. So he gave a very good answer for me. But as I said, sometimes you can go straight and pick size and then hope that it will be better for you there. That's what it is. I mean, and the danger is if Stonebwoy says, okay, I won't mind you again, and then the other door that you were trying to open small so that maybe you can get in there, and that door also closes, then you are in between them. That's the danger of it. But it's a risk that I think he did it well, because if you are a Stonebwoy and you say that because of what he said, I won't help him again, or I won't let him get closer, then obviously it wasn't like you were helping him anyway. You were just using him to better your image, or let people see that you are the good one. If you do that, so even Stonebwoy, it will not be good for him to also go that direction. That's why I'm saying that he gave a very good answer. Because he was thinking about himself, he can lose it, but he did it so well that no matter the action that you take, he will not be the only loser here. You too, you lose some form of credibility. Yes, if you think that his answer is not right, you lose some form of credibility. And obviously we know where he belongs already. So why should he still emphasize it or say more about it when we already know it? In fact, you have assumed that he belongs to Stonebwoy's camp. So why should he still say that it's Stonebwoy? I mean, it will be an obvious answer that we know already. You ask the question because you think potentially he may change his mind and say something else, or he will just confirm what you already know, and then he swerved you. I mean, yes, because the answer that we were all expecting didn't come up. So I think he did well. But in this music politics, I mean, that thing can happen, and you should know how to answer sometimes. And for this one, I think he answered it well.
Okay, Kojo, what do you also say?
Yeah, when you posed that question to him, I thought he was going to mention Stonebwoy, because that was the obvious answer we all expected from him. But his answer was I loved his response, because we all know this game is a two-way thing. You may think you have met your God, but in the next minute that God can turn into Satan.
Yeah.
And so if you are dealing with people after meeting somebody who you think is a God, you need to also make sure the other side, they are also okay, because you don't know what will happen in the near future. You can't close the other doors because of somebody. So if that person also closes it, then you are behind. You don't know where to go. So as a young man, he also studying how the terrain works. Even if Stonebwoy has, we have seen him on several platforms smoking peace pipe with Shatta Wale. We see them like that. So in the next minute, you see they are beefing. The next minute,
They are fine.
They are fine. They will come openly, oh, he's my brother, and all of that. So if as a young guy, you make certain statements, it will affect you. The two of them, they are big enough to take care of themselves, but you are now coming up. You don't know who may help you in the near future. And also, for the fact that the platform, as in you being the host, I'm sure he's also aware that you are also close to Shatta. So if someone I'm having interview with also close to Shatta and a question like that is thrown at me, you need to consider a lot of things. Know how you can even say something and maybe you might get a follow-up question and all of that. So from all this knowledge, the guy decided to give a positive response because yes, we haven't seen any
official
somebody ordaining or honoring someone as a dancehall king in Ghana. We all know Shatta was using that, and it worked for him. So we can't say that okay, the whole Ghana music has declared someone as a dancehall king. So if you say yes, because of their exploit in the dancehall fraternity, when you talk about influence, songs, following, people who have organized following, we can say of the SM and the B music. So when you say two kings, yes, clearly they have followers. They have people that they control. So he scored on that aspect. As to Stonebwoy getting worried, I don't think this should be a big deal for him. If he gets worried, then clearly he's not teaching the kid the right thing to do. Because he himself has complained about the beef and all of that. So if the guy wants to also say things that will signify peace and unity and all,
All right, go continue. Wrap up.
So Sconzi nailed it.
Okay.
He killed the question, and I think I love it.
Okay. Now continue. Some insect trying to disturb us, and we want to kill it, but we can't find it. We'll kill it. Yes.
I think the boy was very, very smart. Very smart not to, make any offensive comments in his answers. I want to agree with Kojo. He knew on whose platform he was coming, and a lot has been said about you to him. So he's aware. Maybe you are close to, you have certain relationship with Shatta. And on the night, Stonebwoy even mentioned it on when he was doing the Fifth Dimension
album release party.
He mentioned it. So I think all these informations will help him in putting out such a. He doesn't want to offend you. Maybe one emotionally, he doesn't want to, finger your feelings or anything. So he wants to, brass Sammy. I want brass Sammy's platform. So let me go for the two. But another thing is that when he said that they don't crown.
He has not seen anybody being crowned as a dancehall king.
I mean, in football and in music, the only way one can be validated as a certain king or a certain leader comes with works and achievements. For instance, if we want to use VGMA, which is our, biggest award scheme, music award scheme in the country. If you want to take a look at the reggae dancehall categories, we all know the achievements between Shatta and Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
So it can go on, maybe in some international platforms too, or some international schemes too. We know what Shatta has been able to achieve for him, so what Stonebwoy has been able to achieve for him. So some of these achievements put together, you can say, oh, this person is the king, that person is not the king. Just as when it comes to football, when they are talking about, greatest of all and all of that, they want to see if you have won certain tournaments before, how many goals have you been able to score, assist and all. Like they put certain factors, starts into play to consider them before they can say, okay, this person is this or that. So if he indeed or truly wanted to talk about who is the dancehall king, he could have made some of these calculations to say or to defend his argument that Stonebwoy is the dancehall king or Shatta Wale is the dancehall king. But because clearly he knows how heated some of these after conversations get, like after the interview. Sorry, when it goes out that okay, you picked Shatta Wale over Stonebwoy, you picked Stonebwoy over Shatta Wale. The heated arguments on social media. This one, I think his head is too small for such heat. Yeah. So he wanted to avoid the heat and just celebrate the two icons, and that was brilliant. That was very, very smart of him. He doesn't want any trouble at the end of the day, and I don't see Stonebwoy getting offended by his answer. I don't see, because Stonebwoy is one of the artists that right now people commend him for how he sits in interviews and answer questions. When you ask him questions, sometimes he even reads your mind to know, okay, he knows the answer you are expecting. So he will dodge, and I think he is even going to applaud the boy for putting out such an answer. So it was great.
Wow. In fact, we pray that it really goes that way, because I know that particular conversation is very emotional to both parties involved. Now, the very final story then we wrap up is Sonnie Badu, who has said, Pastor Sonnie Badu, who is the head pastor of, is it Rock Hill International Church in America. So he's known for being a spiritual leader, a gospel singer, and a powerful man of God.
With 4 doctorate degrees.
With 4 doctorate degrees. Thank you, Chevo.
In 4 months.
With 4 doctorate degrees, ignore the 4 months. With 4 doctorate degrees, and so far he's doing well for himself. I'm so proud of him. He's been my friend. We've been vibing on Instagram sometimes. Now, when he mentioned on radio that he wants to feature Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy on his album, some people were shocked. In fact, on the day, Kelvin Boy also walked into the studio and said, oh, he would even want to add Kelvin Boy to it. And people are so shocked about the pastor's selection. Like Shatta Wale ni, Stonebwoy ni, they who cried Kelvin Boy. The studio session will be an interesting session, as a matter of fact. People are asking, what's up for? Hey, pastor, why these guys? I don't know if my people would also ask the same question, why these guys, or they will see it normal. Let's go to NIT FM, Ola Michael, and let's watch this. We'll come back in the next 15 minutes. We have to close. Watch this.
And the singles then, with the Babon team.
So far, we had a beginning.
And the singles then, with the Babon team.
So far, we had a beginning of the year, we had a concert at the Buckhead Theater. Very powerful concert. And out of that, I released My Confidence. I released Welu Welu. And then we have No Jerry, which I did a separate video for that. And then I'm planning on a single reggae song with Grimes Morgan.
Wow.
Menina Gusukasa. I really want to feature Stonebwoy on one of my songs. So we have.
Doc, who be feature Stonebwoy or gospel songs though?
People try.
Hey, Doc, why you have a fast about?
I send Biamba.
But what is that? And Chebia, who near Barcelos in Donko, if feature 112 gospel, I want and you be sure a problem, Breno.
Oh, I'm really not against. It's a beautiful thing to do, and I think it's a mindset problem. Oh, but I'm I'll do it. Shatta Wale crowd,
hey,
and you'll be amazed. Will make so much impact in their lives. I've known Stonebwoy for almost 8-9 years. I'm very, very close to Stonebwoy. And Stonebwoy started, I was one of the very few people they came to, and I listened to a song. I was like, this guy's good. Ostate was very young. And so I've been with him and his family for a very long time. And I feel like featuring him on one of my songs. So I just have to speak to his record label and all of that and meet all the necessary way. And then I'd love to feature him on there.
Wow. And then me wadaroma we de enyami mai madwuma de ba mesre say me nso me nua Kelvin Boy SDA ni ba ono de eyetiti no SDA mu pa say ekwan be ma mesre feature no mai.
Me Pacho, I really don't mind. But that's my job. I'd love to feature him. I don't mind at all. And who would bring or give them that voice to the voice, the gospel world? You'll be amazed. Yeah, you might be and home. Go almost.
Dog, we de kram kwa Kelvin akwaba. Okode.
Yeah.
Me Pacho Kelvin Boy me pese me bisa ne say collabo bisa ba obehuri aso. Kelvin, Dr. Sonnie Badu collabo obehuri aso.
Oh, of course, it's music, and as you know me, I'm from a gospel background, so I think.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good, Daddy. I hope everything is fine.
Yeah, don't be terrible.
Okay, and
we can do something.
Kelvin, was it you can do something?
Yeah, we can still do something. I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to.
Excellent.
I can't wait.
I'll try and get your contacts from Ola, and then I'll hit you up. Yeah.
Look, it will be a very beautiful one. Stonebwoy and then Kelvin, Morgan Graham. My God, I can't wait. Dear Christopher, can I make petty?
Oh, I think I'm quite a different breed, and
yeah,
my mindset is very, very different. And you'll be amazed that these guys love God. And now, because Kevin Boy is from an SDA background.
Yeah.
Kwame Eugene was the worship leader in the church. Some of them left the church because the church didn't really embrace them. Wow.
True.
Everything has gone well in the secular world. The church has to embrace them and let them feel that we still love you and we appreciate your impact. They sing love songs, and there's nothing wrong with love songs. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it.
All right, so that was Dr. Sonnie Badu speaking from his America base, telling us that to him, though he's a spiritual leader, church founder, and all of that, he doesn't see anything wrong featuring these three. Chamo, any big deal?
Oh, for me, where I stand, it's not a big deal. But if you use their own words and their own principle, I think some Christians will have issues with it, and legitimately so, because they can quote Bible to defend it. But for me, I think it will make business sense to feature somebody like Shatta, Wale, or Stonebwoy as a gospel musician. It will make business sense. Just that he should be careful not to suffer the same fate as Lady Prempe and Co. suffered. Okay. Yes. So that would be the caution that I'll give him. And I think business-wise, yes, it would be nice to do something like that. I mean, Ampon did a song with Daddy Lumba, and we all know the results. It was a huge success. So if you are featuring out and out a secular musician who is good at their craft, why not? They can bring in some they can bring in an angle that you don't normally get with the gospel musicians, because they are used to how they do their thing. So new thing coming in will bring in some freshness in there. So I think it's a good idea to do something like that. Just that for me, I think it will be purely on business grounds. If you make it spiritual or Christian principle, it will fall flat, because there are so many quotations
that will be against that.
That will be against it. So for business sake, I think he should do it. Even if he was just saying for saying sake, I think he should think about it and do it. It will make business sense.
Okay, Kojo, you are wrapping up.
Yeah, if you follow Sonnie Badu, you know that his way of thinking is different from how some of our people understand Christianity, even from his hairstyle and all of that. Yes, many people under normal circumstances they will
Recently, he had a tattoo on him, and some people
even on his wedding day, he played some Kwabena song, and some people were really angry.
So he's that type who is so open and understand service from a different perspective, and I want to believe where he resides also has had an influence
to that,
with his understanding. Working with Shatta, Wale and Stonebwoy is not a big deal, because we talk about what kind of song are they going to produce. It's not, they are not going to say your mother something. It is clearly a song with a positive message, and that is what matters. If we take it beyond their lifestyle, like to consider whether they are Christians or not, that would be a problem, because even most of the pastors, most of the church musicians, some of them are not fit to even do that job, because you don't know what they do in their process. Even the Bible says no one is perfect, no one is righteous. It's in the Bible. Everybody is a sinner fighting for perfection. And so if they use that standard, this is Shatta Wale, this is Stonebwoy, this is Kevin Boy, they are sinners and all of that, then their own people will fail. Most of them will fail. Even the pastor or the one who is judging will fail. Because God's word is sacred. So anybody can share it, whether you are a sinner or whatever. If you pick the word of God and you speak it, that word the word is more sacred. It has been sanctified. So your nature cannot corrupt God's word. Other than that, these pastors who are indulging themselves in all these amorous acts and all of that, they wouldn't have even been able to speak the word of God. But if I listen and I pick it, it will work for me. So there's nothing wrong with doing music with Shatta Wale and all of that. Even Christ that came, that they are all following. When he came on earth, he worked with a whole lot of people who are sinners. Even the disciples, they were all not righteous. It was because of the encounter that many of them now changed their mind to follow his ways. So that is the basis. You are moving as a Christian, and you are on a daily basis working with a lot of people from different faiths. There are shops, restaurants that you go and buy from. You don't know their belief, you don't know their faith, you don't know the kind of prayer they do before even opening their shop. But you go there as a Christian, you go and patronize their services. It doesn't make you corrupt. So having an encounter with these people, yes, if you have an encounter and they also see what you carry, probably they may also think of, okay, making, following whatever you do, or what is your faith. And for the records, Shatta Wale says he fellowship at Action, that
Duncan Williams
is the pastor. So I can say he's a Christian. And Stonebwoy too, I want to believe he's also a Christian, or maybe a Rastafari or something. Yes, but you can't hold them to that, because no one is perfect, including Sonnie Badu. So he has grown over those criticisms, as in having Table of Men or some other people who think having collaborations with, and I even think that time when Obi Nate and them were on Celestine Donkor, they were like, okay, when they have collaborations with secular artists, they take the shine.
The secular artists take the shine.
Take the shine. So if you even had some mindset that you want to use them to send a message, it doesn't go through, because at the end of the day, conversation will be like, oh, they have featured the secular artists and they don't pay attention to your motive. So that was they didn't condemn like they are sinners and all of that. So he should do it. And coming from Sonnie Badu, I know it wouldn't be a big deal for him.
Okay, Dana, close the show for us.
Yes, let me close it. This is a very good idea that I personally support. Anybody that will judge or discriminate against secular artist is not a Christian.
But wait, this one. Let me use my small Bible knowledge. The Bible has said that light and darkness have nothing in common, and this the Christians will tell you that is what their Bible says. So it's not about someone. Oh, of course, you should know what I'm talking about.
You see, they understand.
I mean, based on Christian principle.
That's what I'm saying.
The Christian principle has been misinterpreted by a lot of people. There are some misconceptions about some of the things people read in the Bible. They don't understand it. Okay, they said Christianity was born out of Christ, but am I lying? When Christ came to the earth and he was choosing disciples, do you know the background of the disciples he chose? If you don't know anything,
their backgrounds are there. Their backgrounds are there.
Those who know will tell you where the
some
kind
of them were tax collectors, some of them were fishermen.
The person he chose to even spend the night in his house is Zacchaeus. There's no boom Crawford.
Oh, of course.
He knew. Wait. Chemo, let me make my point. Let me make my point. The point I am trying to make is that
tax collector by default.
Everybody will see you as such. Yes.
No.
He did. It was stated. It. Oh, they stated it.
Because even now, GRA people.
You know what he said.
Do you know what Zacchaeus was doing?
What was
like if it is one cedi, he can collect 4 cedis.
Do you know what Zacchaeus himself
said? The tax collectors today are doing the same thing.
It's not right. It is not right.
At that time they came and negotiated.
So the point there, it is not right. So the point I am trying to make is that Jesus Christ had all the room to choose a certain person that was beyond, that was righteous more than Zacchaeus. You think he didn't know? He knew it. He knew it. At a point in the same Bible, Christ even encountered prostitutes. Am I lying? And there's some being called encounter prostitutes. Say, oh, ebia ne onu na dream no. Opese ebia osakra nipa na so di nipa no kra suban bi eye nhyaso de de kan asem bi chiro bi. Ombeka sesa house of no ejama for. Opam he, Jesus Christ, nyama na yese obeye no. So by the year, and yet a for the Roman for no one for the Bechino, a Christopher. If Christ should come in 2023, again, the stories that we have read about him in the Bible, Nyama, and then a new B in the Bukuno, Christopher Nana Bechino. People are lacking a lot of understanding. Me, I started and said that people like the Bob Marleys and those Lucky Dubes and all of that, they have more gospel songs than even Sonnie Badu. They have more gospel songs than Sonnie Badu.
But they are not Christians.
But people, because of the lack of understanding, people would see Sonnie Badu who have declared that, oh, or your suffer into your saying, people will see him as, oh, a more holy person than the one who have not disclosed that, okay, me, I'm a Rastafarian, I'm not Christian, so I'm doing this. But it is, the Christianity is not a title. It is your deeds and your motive, your
motive.
Yes. It is not a title like Mr. Owusu Mensah.
If you accept Christ, have you accepted Christ?
Yes.
No, the people who.
But yes, they have a way of doing.
Yes.
If you are not, you can do all the.
But it's still not a title.
Even
when you accept
in the
Christ,
same book that
it doesn't
says
make
if you don't follow Christ, you can't go to heaven. So regardless of your good deeds, don't go there because it was pointless.
I'm going there. It is not Christianity that will take you to heaven. It is your deeds. It is your deeds. Your good deeds now cannot. Now then,
that's not what is in the Bible.
Okay, let him close. Let him close.
Learn your Bible.
Listen. Let me make my. Let me make my. The reason why judgment will start from the church is that Bible knows, or God knows clearly that there are bad deeds in the church as well. There are good deeds in the church. You understand? And if you want to compare,
I'm sorry,
ignore them. Guys, ignore them. Take them out.
Sorry.
If you want to do that comparison, it will be very difficult for you to say that, okay, then why did the Bible emphasize that, okay, I'll start from my house? Because clearly Saul said, then they should start the judgment from there. But they know there are more hypocrites in the church.
Yeah.
They know there are more people who don't understand what they are even reading from the Bible. This is some of the reason why judgment will be start from the church. So you sitting somewhere and thinking that because Shatta Wale is a secular artist, because Stonebwoy is a secular artist, in Toronto is soon ebi a crapple this how we assume chain Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy and the Kelvin boy. Ebi omunyuma ne nyama bi omo ye no e ma omo ye han the unim the head was in room. Enye na ye be jeje o. Nyankopon na be jeje. That is why he even encourages us in the same Bible, Christian for Bible now say. Or say munjai na ni na anye den. Embom na enfefe. Ochabrenu do. So you don't even have that part to say wait because this person is coming from the secular world or you say.
I see, Nana, the Christian principles, if they bring it in and they become strict with it, Shatta Wale them will lose because they will tell you that yes, it is true. They might not be clean. But when they became dirty, they came back to the church and prayed for forgiveness. And to them, they believe that because of a certain word called grace, the moment they pray for forgiveness, really and truly, they are forgiven and they are clean. So the other people, do they even pray for forgiveness for their sins at all?
Which is a secular.
Yes.
Are you saying Shatta Wale doesn't pray for forgiveness?
Oh, but you cannot compare Shatta Wale's prayer.
Is he not a secular artist?
No, I get it, but what I mean is that you cannot compare Shatta Wale's prayer for forgiveness to the chorister who goes to Fox and comes.
It will shock you that Shatta Wale's prayer of forgiveness will even be more important in the eyes of God than that usher you are talking about.
How often would he be?
We can't judge that. We can't judge that. So
but the other one we can see.
So there is a thing. No, you seeing that
they have principles, Nana.
Yeah.
So follow that. If you are not following that, you are not
the principle you are talking about has understanding. The fact that somebody says there are doctrines and principles. So what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that what
Sonnie Badu.
But you agree with Sonnie Badu and you are saying the way lower bar.
But you agree with Sonnie Badu.
It is okay. Me, I would even encourage more gospel musicians to do that. You understand? Because if the secular artists have more numbers than you, and you claim that your ministry is to win souls, the souls that you want to win, and you're punching. Nobody, baby or Bible, say, oh, shame, I don't know that scripture. Somebody will maybe write it under the show. Or they say, oh, shame, John Kona back up a few more. The Indian Kona can now to Uniminansa service, a Buniminansa. Nansa. And you are sorry for now, would you to say Sunday, beyond your car, sorry, I'm on our bonfire. I'm on bonfire, my dear. Would you say, why am so what I say? And you know, I mean, people should understand some of these things. So relating to Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy can even make you win more souls. Because souls in any power and clearly Shatta Wale has more numbers when it comes to music business now. Sonnie Badu, you know, Stonebwoy has it more than you. And if Sonnie Badu wants the more number, where on sorry then on winnie obia sorry them souls in fanko count na sorry one after them. Like logically think about it. If you think they are the world, where are you going to win your souls from? Go to the world and go and win your souls.
All right. For the first time, Gifty Catfish is calling us on Friday. For the first time, Gifty.
Yes, boss. Good evening.
Good evening.
Today is Friday.
So what should happen?
That's fish day.
You have not been calling us. So why are you calling us today?
I've heard you for long.
You've not been seeing us, eh? This is what you have to be doing every Friday. You see, now you are calling us. Good, I'll call you back, yeah?
Okay.
Alright, so on this catfish call note, we close the show. The Christianity principle, Janana, we will give it to you to win because they have confused the principles. Everybody says something different.
No, but we have basic
ones.
No, I know. But if you bring the basic ones, then we might not get anybody making any mistake. Because the basic ones, like Nana said, Shatta Wale also pray for forgiveness.
That's why
by Shatta Wale or Kwas already. Or your account, no. Account, any only Christian. Men Kwas already could be and call yourself a Christian. No,
you see.
Now they are saying,
let's not forget, say, the society has say, we are Christian, your principle.
Yes.
A bit more woman to me. They go off. Now after one more they be defense. Because you can't say no more and more mind. Sign a money now. Put me into no watch on. But your bano near me be and tia him say Obini will be quiet juma or Pabontinia. We have a lot of examples in there. That's why I say Christ was at a point he was tagged like he walked with sinners.
Yes.
Because that was the job. Even when you read John chapter 3 verse 17, he said he didn't come for the righteous, but for the sinners to be saved. So if that is the mission, he don't have to be among the saved or the righteous people. He was always out there. So this can be a way that, okay, Sonnie want to also get closer to Shatta and Stonebwoy creatively, to understand their view about it. But MOG has a song with Sarkodie and all of that. So those who understand it from that aspect, anybody who try to quote the scripture to wrong this, we also have
another one to
also counter that.
Well, we will end it on this biblical note that we are only serving one God. As much as Christians are concerned.
Yes.
If you think your principles are right for you, keep it. Because you think that is what will take you to that God you are serving. No qualms. Thanks to Intim Dodi Solomon. Thanks to Kojokin. Thanks to Reagan, Nana Reagan. And to Digital Rasta, Currency on Camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show. And of course, to you guys for being with us throughout the week. I know it has been awesome. God bless you once again. On Sunday, 7 p.m., Sammy Flex Connect. We will be connecting. Come online, show face, vibe, and let's catch a ride. Meanwhile, over the weekend, we have some videos stored for you to be part of your weekend, and you have to always be here. Subscribe to us, and let's do more. My name is Sammy Flex. We are out of here to eat catfish.